Hey guys, so a little update on my boat situation, and it was a situation. Me and John, I told you in the last video, my dumbass allowed my entire deep cycle system to get waterlogged and just basically fried. I got all that fixed to the tune of about right around $400, $500. So it wasn't horrible, but you know, as you know, when you're working stiff, that's an owie to say the least. Okay, so got all that fixed. Me and John took the boat out to Fremont Lake, dropped it in the drain. Boat started up fine. All the stuff that we did to it worked fine. The trolling motor, the charger, everything worked good. So I was real happy about that. I noticed when I looked at the back of the boat that the pisser on the motor was not pissing. Problem. So maybe it was just blocked. Took it home. Put the water hose on the pisser hose, and it did blow out a plug, so it was blocked. And at that point, I was like, okay, now we're good to go. Long story short, we weren't good to go. The impeller had to be replaced, and that was another 160, something like that, 160 bucks, something like that. So my owie turned into a major wound. But me and John did the work ourselves. We got the impeller in there, and it's working great now. Beautiful. Now I'm just dying to get out on the water and do some fishing. But for right now, going back out into the woods, looking for some shooms. I'm sitting around the house, got bored. Wife started creating projects for me to do, so I got the hell out of there. I'm going to catch hell when I get back, but I'm going to go look for some shooms. Let's go check it out. Found these guys. I don't know what they are, but they're a polypore shoom. So I'm not sure what those are. I'm not gonna pick them, but that one was kicked over probably by a deer. It's got like a blue, see that blue on there? Anybody knows what that is, drop it in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Not seeing a whole lot of growth out here. Seems dry. We had some storms go through the other day, and it looks like it knocked a bunch of trees over. Been noticing some curious things out in these woods lately. I'm going to show you one of the curious things when I get ready to walk out of here. There's a bunch of old trees that the bark has been stripped off up to about, I don't know, 12, 14 feet up. And you can tell something worked on it because the bark is laying all the way around the tree. And at first I thought maybe it was a bear looking for insects or something, but there's no claw marks on the trees. So I don't know what's doing it, but whatever it was got busy in this area because there's a bunch of trees in that kind of shape. What's that? Lurkey feather. Got some turkeys around. That's good to know. And I wasn't a dumbass and forget the bug dope this time. I brought that. Now here's a slight example of what I'm talking about. That tree there. See, the bark's all there, but you get down here and a lot of the bark has been stripped off. And the bark's laying right here. And it looks like it's been pounded down around the base of the tree. That's just one, but I've ran into like 8, 10 trees like that now. Kind of weird. And I've noticed a bunch of trees, young, healthy trees that were broke off like 14 feet up. Like, I don't know. It's not a wind thing because these were young. I'll show you. I'll show you when I get ready to get out of here. It's a big old jasper. It's got gills. Big pancake looking shoom. I don't know what that is either. This has always been kind of a eerie, I don't know, most people might think it's kind of a creepy little piece of woods. That's why I like it. Nobody comes out here. See, there's stuff like that. You know, how do all them big trees fall like that? Kind of weird. I mean, I'm a pretty experienced woodsman, and you don't see that every day. Not naturally occurring. There's something. It's got gills. I don't know what that is either. This is a pretty common mushroom that I see growing out here. I don't know what it is, so I leave them alone. But I do run into these guys a lot. Yeah, there's gills under it. I don't like to pick stuff that I'm not taking home. Here's another little shoom that I find a lot of out here. These little white, real soft. Really hoping I'd find some oysters out here. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Nothing that's blowing my skirt up, let's put it that way. Not seeing much at the bottom of the hill here. Let's go up the hill. There's some shrimp. Ooh, shrimp shrooms. Look at there. Oh, they're bugged out. Yeah, they've been around a little too long. That one probably be alright. I always feel these, if they feel super spongy, then I leave them alone because they're probably too far gone, but that one feels nice and firm. That's spongy. That's spongy. That's too bad. That was a nice big one. There's some over here. Yeah. Yep. Those are too spongy. I'm going to take that one though. That one is going in the shoom bag. It's getting late in the day. I don't know if it's because I got the bug dope on or what, but the bugs aren't bad. They're not even... Usually if the bugs are bad, and even if you have bug dope on, you can... You know, they're flying around you. I'm not even really having that. It's more of that white, soft mushroom that I don't know what it is. Eerily quiet out here today. Usually there's birds going nuts out here. Most of the videos that I shoot when I'm out here looking for mushrooms, you can hear birds just going nuts in the background, but very quiet out here today. Another one of those. Yeah, the woods have just got an odd feel to it tonight. I don't know what it is. Here's one that's got the bark peeled off. You see all this bark laying around on the ground by the base of it? It's like something's been stripping the bark off of it. Okay, here's a good example of what I was talking about. The bark's been peeled off of that tree. I mean, it's a dead tree. It's going to shed some bark, but something has literally pulled all that bark off of that tree. It's all laying here. Kind of weird. Maybe it's just a woodpecker or something, but I don't think I've seen that before. It looks like turkey tail. Here's another tree with the bark tore off. I mean, maybe it's naturally occurring, but it just looks like the ground's been pounded around it. and like the bark was just removed recently. I mean, I've ran into 8-10 trees that look like that now. And it looks like something heavy was moving around the base of it, doing it. Alright, didn't find much out here. Go hop in the old truck and head down the road a ways. Another tree with the bark freshly tore off of it. Strange. I'd be curious to know what that is. It's a polypore. I was hoping these were hedgehogs, but they're not. They're a polypore. Darn it. Here's an example of what I was talking about earlier about young trees being broke down. So that's a young tree. It's broke down. I'm 6'4". That thing's probably broke off 7-8 feet off the ground. And it's still got leaves and stuff on it. I mean, what does that? I suppose a person could do that. But why? Now this is weird. You can see there's leaves on this tree. This is a live tree, and it has been bent down, and that's not a small tree. That tree is big. And it's been bent down over the 2-track. Well, some people would say that's just the wind. Okay, maybe. Maybe. I've never seen that kind of thing happen before, but alright. But check these out down here. This is where... Check this out down here. This is where things get a little weird. That's kind of weird. To me, that's kind of weird. Okay, now this one, here's another one. Here's another one. That is a live tree. It's a young tree. And it's been broke off. Like I said, I'm 6'4". That's 10 feet up. And you can see that's a young tree. Fairly good size. Here's my hand around it. That thing has been pulled down across the 2-track. Kind of weird. And look at these ones. Those trees were straight up and down, and now they're all bent way over. Those are good-sized trees. One has been snapped off there, and it's bent in a different direction than what the other ones were bent. So if it was wind, it had to be like the wind was going two different ways. Weird shit out here in the mushroom woods. Weird shit out here in the mushroom woods. There's another one. Broke off about 8-10 feet up. Nothing laying at the top of it, like a tree fell on it and knocked it over. Just broke off laying down. Okay. Didn't find much in the way of mushrooms, but got a little weirded out there. I'm not sure what in the heck is going on in my mushroom woods. I mean, I don't believe in Bigfoot or Dogman or any crap like that, but it is odd that these young trees are broke off so far up across the 2-track. Not all of them are. Here's another one. Bent right over now. Okay, maybe it's naturally occurring, but I'm telling you, I've been in the woods more than your average bear, okay? And I have not seen shit like that before. I don't know what that bark situation is. I know there's a pair of mated pair of pileated woodpeckers that live out here. I've seen them. It's possible they're stripping the bark off looking for bugs or whatever. I've watched them do it, but the ground around the trees that have the bark stripped off them look pounded down, which led me to believe, and I've seen this up north where bears will go to, like there's an area that I hunt that has a bunch of stumps from where they logged off the area a long time ago, and bears had went through there and basically knocked over every stump in that little area, getting termites or whatever. I don't know what the hell they were eating, but yeah, every stump in that little area had been turned over, and we ended up finding some bear scat on the ground. So I know that was bears, but this out here is different. They're dead trees, you know, and bark falls off of dead trees, but it doesn't fall off all at once. And this looks like all the bark has been stripped off and it's laying at the base of the tree, and the ground around where the bark is laying is pounded down, like something heavy was walking around it. Now, it's possible a person was out there doing that. I don't know why somebody would spend that much time on that many trees, taking bark off of old trees. It just doesn't make sense to me. And the thing is that it goes up too high. But what really got me was the young, you know, we're talking trees 6-8 inches in diameter here that are snapped off 8, 10, 12 feet off the ground and bent right over, and they still got leaves on them. So it's, you know, those kind of trees don't fall over in windstorms and stuff. The wind just kind of goes around them. Yeah, it'll blow them around pretty hard, but those kind of trees don't break off like that. So I don't know, it was kind of weird. And it was awful damn quiet out there too. I mean, for it being this late in the day, usually birds are going nuts because they're getting ready to, you know, hang it up for the day. So there's quite a bit of activity, but there was nothing out there. I mean, there was very little in the way of bird sounds and anything moving around. It was really quiet out there, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird in the mushroom woods today. All right, I'm gonna head for home, get me something to eat. Hopefully old girl hasn't cooked up too many projects for me to do, because I don't feel like doing crap. I'm tired. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be out fishing soon. We'll see you on the water. Later.